I'm going to be showing you the hip 90-90 mobility drill. This is great for anyone who has low back pain issues, hip tightness or weakness, someone who wants to work on their stability, someone who sits all day at their desk, or just a great drill to do before you work out. So I'm going to be walking you through all the different modifications and different progressions to help you get better in your hip mobility. There is 5 different progressions, and we're going to start with the very basic, and I'm going to walk you through how to set up the basic hip 90-90 and then walk you through all the different 5 progressions. First, you want to make sure that each part of your body is in a 90-degree angle. So your hip, your knee, your ankle, and your foot are all 90 degrees in the front hip and in the back hip. Sometimes people tend to think this is a piriformis stretch. Partly, yes, you are opening up the external rotators of the front hip, but we're also engaging the internal rotators of the back hip. You want to make sure that this is also 90. It is not too close to you. However, if you do have hip issues and this is uncomfortable, you can modify and bring this leg in so you can just focus on this front leg. First, we're going to pretend like we're driving this front knee into the ground, keeping your torso in the front facing. If this is uncomfortable to front facing, you can rotate your torso at an angle to the front foot so it's less pressure on the back of the hip. Again, keep this 90 back here, hip, knee, ankle, foot. So this is step 1. Step 2, you're going to drive that knee into the ground, reach your hands over here if it's comfortable, and keep that neutral spine and reach your chest over. And you can hold this position. If you want to make it harder, you're going to lift the back leg off the ground, keeping this knee driving into the ground as well, keeping that foot flexed, and you can go as high as you can. And you can do a set of 3 to 5 reps. And this is going to help open up that internal rotator of the back leg. The next progression is the dynamic movement of the hip 90-90. We're going to bring this hand behind our left knee and this arm behind our back leg. And what you're going to do is try to keep this knee driving into the ground as you try to open this leg up as much as possible and bring it back down. Drive this knee into the ground, open this leg back up. And keep that 90-90 stretch here, open back up, come back. And then you can add that full motion. So you're starting here, hand behind you, open back up, come back, and together. The next progression is hip 90-90 full switches. So you're going to go from one side all the way till the other. You're going to start with 90 degrees at the hip, knee, ankle, foot. Same with the back leg. You're going to reach forward with your chest as far as you can, bring that leg up. Then you're going to keep your hands here to steady you, keep your core braced, keep these feet flexed, keep that 90-90 degree angle, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. That's why it's called hip 90-90s, because every part of that kinetic chain is in a 90 degree angle. And then you're going to reach forward, bring that leg up, feel that stretch in the external rotator of the front leg, internal rotator of the back leg. Hold for a few seconds, and then arms up. And same thing again on this side. And nice and controlled here, keep that steady motion. And last part, to make this just a little bit harder, you grab a little ball, and 2 ways you can do this. First is you put the ball underneath the front leg, something to help drive that knee into the ground. It's also a great modifier if your knee does not touch the ground. This gives you some extra support. So again, same thing. Keep that front leg 90 degrees bent, back leg 90 degrees bent. And you're going to reach over, push that knee into the ground, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, come back up. Push that knee into the ground, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, come back up. Again, if this leg is comfortably down at 90 degrees, but this leg isn't, put this ball underneath this knee, and push that knee into the ground and lift up. And that really helps work the internal rotator of the back leg, external rotator of the front leg. Again, these are great for anyone who has any sort of hip tightness, hip weakness, any hip issues, low back tightness, or again, someone who sits at their desk all day or just wants a great dynamic hip mobility drill to do before their workout.